New York City was the epicenter of the pandemic, and my next guest was right in the middle of it all. Kelley Bradshaw is an ICU nurse in Manhattan who managed to find the light during the city's darkest days.
I am an ICU nurse residing in Manhattan and have been on the front lines helping take care of COVID patients for the last several months. I'm actually a second career nurse, and my first career here in New York City was as a Radio City Rockette. Being a performer and in the entertainment industry, you're sort of prepared for whatever life throws at you. It's really helpful because as a nurse, you really don't know how your patient is going to react to the COVID virus. You have no idea because COVID affects each person so differently, from blood clots to heart attack, stroke, loss of limbs, a wide spectrum of issues that COVID created. New York City served as the epicenter of this pandemic. March hit, and then it just exploded. When you're surrounded by so much death and got the USNS Comfort coming in to help offload us, you've got tents being constructed in Central Park, freezer trucks to help house bodies, you realize the gravity of the situation. We flexed all of our ICUs into COVID ICUs. We turned our post-anesthesia care unit into an ICU. I lost multiple patients. And there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about them. There is one patient, though, that was my first COVID patient. And on his 39th day of ICU stay, he actually woke up, opened his eyes, and everyone around that room could hear me screaming, "Oh my gosh, you're here. What a miracle." I really do try to see the silver lining in this situation, because if we don't, if we get so wrapped up in the sadness and the devastation, then it's going to be really hard to dig ourselves out of it. I own this as a sense of pride. I served on the front lines, and in whatever way I could, I helped.
Kelley Bradshaw, welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I want to first start off by saying that on behalf of millions and millions of Americans who cannot articulate it to you, who don't have a platform, I'm going to use my platform to say thank you to you and all the frontline workers who have risked their lives to save so many people. Talk about how it actually was being in the height of the pandemic.
It was scary. And I remember the first time I put on my PPE, my personal protective equipment, and walked into my very first COVID positive patient's room. I had a mini panic attack. You're wearing gear that you've never worn before. You're in a room that is outfitted very differently than what it ever has been before, with HEPA filters, and you hear the ventilators alarming, the central monitoring alarming, and it is up to you as the bedside nurse to take ownership of that patient and help them survive, help them get through the day. And you really, like, for me, I had to have a little coming to Jesus with myself, saying, it's okay, take a deep breath, you're okay, this equipment works. They give it to you for a reason, and it works.
Right.